You are watching Liberty Online TV.
This is Liberty Online TV powered by Orange Sierra Leone. Orange.
Term them like this, where politics they shape the future, career they define we path them, and the economy they touch everybody in life.
Big thank you to Mr.
One program where they ask the hard question them and so bring the answer them close to you, face to face with the movers and shakers, the voice them will matter, the issue them will count. One time per week, one big name, one big issue, one-on-one on Liberty Online TV. Every Friday, 8 to 9 p.m. with Khadija Bangura. One-on-one, only on Liberty Online TV.
Council Salon also every decision they touch the life of plenty people. One program they bring the voice of the people to the heart of politics.
This na politics and the people. The program where they give the power to the people, explain the truth, and bring the leader them close to the citizen them.
Real discussion, real voice them, real impact. Join the debate and make them hear your voice.
Every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Now you platform where they turn up for the true and civil engagement. Only on Liberty Online TV. Let me talk about politics. Let me talk about people.
Hi, I'm Leo. Want to know more about me? Chat with me on Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, Apple Messages, and Google Business Chat. Search for UBA Chat Banking and always look out for the verified tick.
I think currently I have a thing for Vicky Remo.
Hello viewers, we don't bring different content then to you, and we know the tire for make the content then where you like. And now we dey bring fun and shorts with Adri. This na game show also your favorite celebrity, social media influencers, students, and other people to play game they like, truth and shorts, charades, riddles, and other game then where you self go learn from. This content will come to you every Sunday, 9 o'clock na net. Now all the Liberty Online TV social media platforms then.
She chose number one. She's always number one.
Period.
On top.
Period. On top.
Yeah, man.
So not miss out. Join me for laugh with your favorite celebrity and social media influencers then.
Hey! Enjoy the new collapse bundle price drop. Now you can get your weekly collapse bundle for 60 leons only on Maxit app. Download the Maxit app now on Play Store or App Store. Install the app and enter your orange number and password. Now follow them simple step here. Open the Maxit app. Next, tap the account. Then select your time and bundle. Enter the number where you want buy for. Now choose the collapse bundle where you need and the one where go suit you. Finally, type your password. Bam! All things set. Subscribe to the collapse bundle today and enjoy more browsing for small couple.
Orange.
Term them like this, where politics they shape the future, career they define we path them, and the economy they touch everybody in life.
big thank you to Mr.
One program where they ask the hard question them and Simweso bring the answer them close to you, face to face with the movers and shakers. The voice them will matter, the issue them will count. One time per week, one big name, one big issue. One-on-one on Liberty Online TV. Every Friday, 8 to 9 p.m. with Khadija Bangura. One-on-one, only on Liberty Online TV.
Council Salon also every decision they touch the life of plenty people. One program they bring the voice of the people to the heart of politics.
This na politics and the people. The program where they give the power to the people, explain the truth, and bring the leader them close to the citizen them.
Real discussion, real voice them, real impact. Join the debate and make them hear your voice.
Every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Now you platform where they turn up for the true and civil engagement. Only on Liberty Online TV. Let me talk about politics. Let me talk about people.
I think currently I have a thing for Vicky Remo.
Hello viewers, we don dey bring different content dem to you and we no dey tire for make the content dem wey you like. And now, we dey bring fun and shorts with Adri. This na game show also your favorite celebrity, social media influencers, students and other people go play game dey like truth and shorts, charades, riddles and other game dem wey you sef go learn from. This content go come to you every Sunday, 9 o'clock na net. Now all the Liberty Online TV social media platforms then.
She chose number one. She's always number one.
Period.
On top.
Period. On top.
Yeah, man.
So not miss out. Join me for laugh with your favorite celebrity and social media influencers then.
Council Salon also every decision they touch the life of plenty people. One program they bring the voice of the people to the heart of politics.
This na politics and the people. The program where they give the power to the people, explain the truth, and bring the leader them close to the citizen them.
Real discussion, real voice them, real impact. Join the debate and make them hear your voice.
Every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Now you platform where they turn up for the true and civil engagement. Only on Liberty Online TV. Let me talk about politics. Let me talk about people.
You are watching Liberty Online TV.
We dey look for the news we dey around. Log into Liberty.
Good morning, viewers, and welcome to another edition of the Breakfast Show where they come to you live from Liberty Online TV with a stream na Facebook, YouTube, and also now our website where they powered by Orange Sierra Leone. We will they bring this edition of the Breakfast Show come to you this Wednesday morning. My name na Khadija Bangura.
And me na Mabel Kaba. Good morning. Today na Wednesday, the 22nd day of October 2025. Inside this edition of the Breakfast Show this Wednesday morning, we all know say the West African Examination Council WAEC, they don't pull the 2025 WASSCE results na do. But inside these results we come out, a lot of picking them don't raise concern because they say they're not able to get any results and because WAEC withhold over 13,000 of their results in the. And also this particular 2025 WASSCE, they show say, in recent times, it get the highest number of picking them we fail English. What are some of the issues them, what make WAEC hold their results here? Now the issues and they will come to edition of the Breakfast Show.
Well, this and plenty other issues them, then at the Breakfast Show for you this Wednesday morning. Plus yesterday, we see outside the All People's Congress APC party being pull a press release outside and states and concerned and say because of some statements them where the new SLPP national chairman, Sir Jimmy Batilo Songa, be make on Saturday at the party office during the handing over ceremony. Outside they allege say Jimmy Batilo Songa make statements and say then get the army, then get the police, then get the military, the marshals for stop the All People's Congress not for take part in the 2028 elections. This according to them, they say they're concerned because the military and the other state institutions they're supposed to be independent and not for mixed partisan politics. And if this continue, then say it will bring problem during the elections. And then they ask, say, His Excellency the President for come out and condemn the statements there where Sir Jimmy Batilo Songa be make during the handing over ceremony at the party office. You go know waiting this mean for the APC as a party, and also you go hear from the statement where Sir Jimmy Batilo Songa be make where the APC say they get concerned. But continue for the with the program. Send we your comment, your question on any of the issues that they discuss inside this edition of the Breakfast Show this morning. As so they can look at two major issues them. As we now know, the Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary Education just pull nado the WASSCE results them for the 2024-2025 academic year. But the results there are plenty concern. Don't they come out from parents and self-picking them will take this exam, especially the one they will not be able for get the results them as WAEC be hold on to plenty results them and self-picking and there is concern say some man they check now the system is not able for get a result and plenty picking them not able for pass English. Waiting at the issues with all the free quality education where President's bill say now for empower picking them, now for promote education. But for many a time now don't they see year in year out the massive failure of picking them during the WASSCE exam don't become alarming. So today they ask the authority they were concerned, the Ministry of Education, the Basic Education Ministry, and WAEC. We go can give you some of the reason them and we go talk to the one former conference of principal and chairman where himself go tell we waiting at some of the issues them where they unbug the education sector. All of this we go discuss inside this edition of the Breakfast Show this morning.
And remember, say yourself for the watch the show, get the opportunity for ask you question, make you comments regarding the issues them where we discuss this morning. The number for do so now +232 74 545 or send them na the comment section na the different platform them also you the watch we this morning. This is the Breakfast Show and this is the midweek edition of the Breakfast Show as we can talk about topical issues them where they're on the floor right now. They get so many debates. And before we can look at that, so we just quickly gonna cut and get updates as we court reporter Mariam Bangura go updates you and waiting common courts. Then from there we can start with the issue we get for do with the All People's Congress APC party then concern where they don't raise regarding statements where the new chairman for the SLPP make over the weekend. Let we just quickly gonna cut from there we come to the APC and the SLPP issue and we go come to the issue we get for do with education. We're gonna cut shortly.
One and the ruler highway na businessman don't tina before magistrate man Sir John Fona. And the magistrate court number 2 for answer to one comes charge where gets for do it obtaining money by false pretense contrary to section 33 subsection 1 of the Larceny Act 1916. For where police allege say Between 2022 to 2024 na free turn, the defendant when Andula High take money when a $43,000 from Victoria I. Johnson with the word say, and go make Canadian visa for him with him family. The defendant not be saying nothing where the court been read the charge to him. Prosecution witness number 1 Victoria Johnson tell the court say, and know the defendant through Martin. And this Martin begets for take in man when a Ishmael Koroma for check if the Canadian program not true. And in man end up tell and say the program look genuine. And continue say, a man begets for bargain with the defendant for do parts payment of 45,000 loans. And the defendant begets for give them receipt and give 6 passports book to the defendants. And later receive email for 5 people them. And end up say, the dates them where the defendants give for let them travel all fail. We make, he ask for a money with the passports book them. But the defendants not be give the money with the passports book them. The defense lawyer, CMB Amara, continue for make bail application. But Magistrate Manso John Fona no give bail and send the defendants back to the Male Correctional Center. And now adjourn the case to October 28 this year. For Liberty Online TV, Mina Maria to Mbangura the report.
All right, welcome back. You still the Waji Breakfast Show on Liberty Online TV, and from that court report, we tell una say this morning at the program we also take a look at the issue. Also, the All People's Congress, we don't pull a press release yesterday. They expressed concern for sake of some of the words them we then say the new chairman for the SLPP be make during the handing over ceremony we been at them party office over the weekend. But let we just go for you, perhaps not on hear the clip yet or not be know but this. Let we go first and listen to waiting Mr. Songa be say na them party office before we come back now and talk to the APC for second response on the thing them we been talk about the APC. Let we go and listen to them first.
Hey, be seated. One country, Mr. Deputy National Chairman, the Chief Minister and Ministers present, all government appointees, my supreme elders of the Sierra Leone People's Party, SLPP Young Generation, and the grassroots, are greeting all in the name of one country, one people. Ladies and gentlemen, I get a 20-page document for present, but una don't tell what una tin up. I dey follow the order. Who will be done start with? I want to recognize the presence of Alhaji Tunis, Mohamed Tunis, also Dr. Yom Kela. Yes, you are welcome. One observe the presence, but una come out before me. Una come out. In this party, what will be the last day at the party? What will be so admired? Today a man, and still a chairman, even way home. Again, a leading chairman, and still a chairman, even way whole walking stick. We get elders then at the party will be so admired. The elders then keep this party till we don't come. Today you get a legend, a leading chairman. Military army for make sure say APC no get no road. They get road to pass. While they pass, by the time we reach, we don't get mother babes. Mother babes go don't attack them no show. As when they go, you don't get this men they come. Enjoyment they come because they can't get a residential chairman and a residential secretary general. We don't go with picture. And even me deputy said, don't decide say in order to civil society again. No, sir. So yes. So we don't get the army, the military, the political military army for make sure say APC no get no road. They get road for pass. While they pass, by the time they will reach, we don't get mother babes. Mother babes they go to attack the no show. As when they go, you don't get the soldier team don't block the no show. The Kundara babes go don't block the no show. The marshal they go don't block the no show. And even the social media blogger themselves go don't block the no show. So, as Dr. Hadi said, when I get high hopes, and I hope we get City Tunis Naya today, we get KKY Naya today, you get Chief Minister Naya today. My message as
That's now the new elected chairman for the Sierra Leone People's Party, winner Sir Jimmy Batilosonga. Now the words then the way he been talk on Saturday during the term where them be they make the official handing over ceremony na the party office. Well, they were there we don't listen from Sir Jimmy Batilosonga. Now that make yesterday the All People's Congress, when the main opposition party been pull a press release, who side and say then concern because of them what they are, where Sir Jimmy Batilosonga been talking at them party office say, then get the military, then get the police, then get the marshals, and they also get the blogger them, and other people we mention in statement say, don't do for block the APC during the 2028 elections. Well, they carry from the National Publicity Secretary for the All People's Congress, when CD Yaya Tunis asked them party get concern because of the statements there. So we just don't listen with Sir Jimmy Batilosonga be making them party office on Saturday. Good morning, Mr. Tunis.
Good morning, Khadija. Good morning, Liberty. Thank you very much for getting me online.
All right, we just don't play a clip of the newly elected chairman of the Salone People's Party, where they in governance now, Sir Jimmy Batilosonga. Usai is say, according to in words, he said then gets the army, the police, and self-marshals and other people, them, even the social media bloggers, for block una party come 2028. Una get concern where una states na the press release una issue out yesterday. Usai una say una want President Bio for make a statement and condemn them statements there. So where Sir Jimmy Batilosonga been talk na the party office on Saturday. Firstly, for the benefit of people that we not don't see some of the things they wanna state inside on a press release. Take me through the press release.
Well, the press release focus clearly, like you state, on the statements that way the chairman of the SLPP make, where they brag about them, having the police, having the army, having the bloggers, ONS, all the institutions, then they, especially the police, the army, and the ONS, we charge with the responsibility for uphold democracy and the rule of law, and for also defend the citizens of this country, and they brag about having them for stop the APC. Khadija, we are concerned because clearly in democracy, the political parties then they run. But now the citizens, now then they make the choice. Now then they make the decision as to which government or which political party they want for govern them. So if you have a leader of a party, they brag that kind of way, it means you want for use the forces which supposed to be neutral. You want for use them forces then they against the citizens of this country, because at the end of the day, now then they go out and vote. And that is why we put out the press release where they focus on the statements, where they focus on how the SLPP already they plan for derail the democracy and for take away the neutrality of the forces. We particularly take this statement serious because of the experience we will get 2023. We see how the forces were used for go attack with party offices, and see how in the process then kill somebody in that office day, then kill people now with party offices. So we not take this lightly at all. And that is why we come out with this statement for not only condemn, but for also bring to the attention of President Bill and the international community and the entire citizenry, because this not to something they condone. Then kind statements, then they're reckless, they're unnecessary, especially where we see government, they talk about cohesion, national unity. It also shows clearly the hypocrisy and the lack of sincerity on the part of this administration.
As we dey in opposition, una and the SLPP, any platform they way then two party can meet where then can issue can arise. Say like the PPRC for example, una done the meet.
We get the inter-party dialogue committee framework where we they meet as political parties, yes, clearly. But of course, even that, their presence limited, they hardly attend. But the political parties, them, the APC and other parties, they don't go as far as developing framework and, methods in which would they relate as political parties. Now, for each political tension be made during the agreement for national unity, we've been getting resolution 5, I believe, we focus exactly on that. Forget an inter-party dialogue committee framework, outside political parties, then for the communicate and then for the relate. And that one they on. But of course, for let we see people, they make them kind of statements, and they, especially political party leaders there. But I say this, Khadija, we they bring this to the attention of the people. But we want the SLPP for no say, the APC, we may not have the police, we may not have the army, but we have the people. And we always they say this, we have the people, and nothing get for stop the people for make their choice in 2028. Let them ready for kill we all. But in 2028, we will stand up and the people of this country go choose the government where they want. Then go elect the government where they want, and will not go allow anybody for stand in their way, whether they use the entire police, the entire army, the entire awareness. We are prepared for that. We are ready for that. And we go march on 2028 for make sure, say, we lay the platform for the people of this country for make them elect. We want peace. We want national cohesion. But of course, we're not going to allow anybody for trample on the citizens of this country. And I also send this message to the police and the army. Una self watch una own conditions of service. The police, una they go 6 months, 8 months, una not even get una rest. The government not they even afford for provide for una rest. Una they go months, the army, una watch una conditions of service, una barracks, then decide una they sleep, una how una they take care of una own families. It's difficult for everybody, it's difficult for una all. Una not allow anybody for use una against una young wife them, una young pikin them, una young mama them, because the citizens of this country, now una wife them, now una mama them, now una pikin them. Now they get for make a choice as to which government they want. If somebody don't fail the country and not able for deliver, the people of this country forget the choice for make. Una the police, una the army not stand in their way, because the same suffering where the people of this country they go through, we make them go want for change government. Now the same suffering una self they go through.
City.
At the end of the day, una don't they afford for buy una rest, and they not they supply una on time, because they cannot even afford for pay the suppliers then.
So the reason why
supply una the rest.
I've been asked if the two political party them, how una can meet on a normal base, like forget dialogue. Now based on that kind of relationship there, you surprise as the publicity secretary of the APC for Yeri, Mr. Jimmy Batilo Songa makes such statements then based on the relationship between the two party them from that forum where you say una can meet for discourse. Una surprise?
No, I'm not surprised, because we always don't talk, say, the SLPP not sincere in anything within they do. As much as we get them forum then for them it is always about politics. It is always about statements then when they make. Then for them now always how for win election. If you also watch, would they get them platform there? Would they get them statements there? I just they watch something where, for example, the chief minister go say on AYV, for example, where they try for say the APC not be one smaller parties than for the register them, which is not true. When the tripartite committee then be the debate, they look at several issues. Our position as a party that them parties they are so way weaker, we for strengthen them, make them get capacity for able for compete in elections, which they don't want. They want for the use them party there, as we see with APA, when they want for push through something, then call in a corner, give them small thing, then support them parity they want for push. Now their statements then they make them because they want for push through this national unity thing, for this PR where they want to take to executive level, they want for push them through the party then throat. So then they make them kind of statements and as if now the APC now wants smaller parties than for they in existence, which is not true. They work very closely with their smaller parties for building capacity. That is why during the party dialogue framework, now we all sit down together, we look at the terms of reference, we look at we framework, we look at we work plan, where the SLPP not be even involved. So when they go out there and make statements then like that, forget the impression as if they want democracy, they want national cohesion, they're not ever sincere. We are not surprised, which is why we have always stayed focused. We don't stay on we guard. We keep we eye on the ball. That is for work for the people of this country, for continue for strengthening we party and prepare ourselves for win governance as stipulated by the democratic principles, and not get for stop we from that one day. Whether they bring the entire troop of army or police, we self prepare and let them know say yes, now then in a governance, but not to then get the entire army, not to then get the entire police, not to then get the entire ONS. Every political party get people in those institutions to make them aware of that one day. So this brag when they brag, please, we don't want problem, but we are also prepared for anything we are ready for throw at we.
CD for two political party them we sign agreement for national peace and unity. We get different aspects under this agreement. One part of things that way the international community been tasked for do now for pull a joint statement for assure the people of Sierra Leone say una committed to peace and national cohesion. Una don't sign that agreement they now the people of Sierra Leone they hear threats and counter threats from una all to the APC and the SLPP. This brings me to the question, how genuine and committed una be to some of them documents there where una can sign say una committed to national peace and unity, taking into consideration say the 2028 election una all the fets for so still they far ahead.
We genuinely committed, Khadija, but we also have a responsibility. That statement where Jimmy Batilo Sunga make, if not being APC policy make that kind of statements, they like I will assure you say CID for don't invite them. PPRC for don't put out a statement by now. But you don't see that one, they don't happen. No. Everybody they turn blind eye, right? So we have a responsibility as a political party, as much as we are committed, as much as we want national cohesion. Every document we don't sign up to, we don't remain committed to. And we not play politics with anything they ask because now the lives of the people of this country, then things they affect. But we also responsible for ensure say we protect with membership and the entire citizenry of this country from coercion, from suppression. We get very serious matter there at hand now this country where this government don't feel for address. We see how much the drug issue, they kill young people and we see how much the drug issue don't take over this country also. And we know they see much effort from the government for address that one day. In fact, the government have been accused of aiding and abetting and hiding people where the international world don't say they want. So all of these are issues where for the address, issues where government for the pay attention to, issues where the ruling party for they talk about, but then when they talk about for them, all they want now for go sit down and play propaganda and play politics with things the way they affect the lives of the people. We are a responsible opposition. That is why we keep addressing these issues. We keep focusing on issues the way they affect the lives of the people, including the very forces where they want for use against the people of this country.
In una statement, we una issue out, una they call on His Excellency the President. Una say if for make statement as the constitutional guardian of the nation for reassure una say state institution, especially the security services, go remain neutral and they not go ever use them as an instrument for political suppression. Any timeline they where the APC they give to His Excellency the President for make this statement of assurance or una the demand?
Well, I mean, we they expect it will be quicker, and we call on them because if you look recently in his statements, the way they make, they emphasize on working together in unity and cohesion. Every statement we don't make recently, they emphasize on that. And if you call on the citizens then for work in unity, you for ensure say you live by your words. Your own party, not for the preach division, not for the make threats against the very citizens we they call on for work together. So that is why we are saying if we be sincere on in words, if we come up in condemnation of waiting in chairman of in particular state, and also for give the assurance to the people of this country, say, one, we will get a smooth transition. The people of this country go able.
You have 1 minute remaining.
How in 2018, the then APC make sure say we get a smooth transition. The people of this country been coming and elect Julius Marabio as president. We not use police, we not use soldier, we not use anybody. The people of this country be able to make their choice. Because the then president be make sure say that one day happen. He also now a responsibility for make sure say he give that assurance to the people of this country, especially with the position where he hold now, not only as president of Sierra Leone, but also as chairman of ECOWAS. USA he don't go now every country na ECOWAS for make sure say he preach peace, cohesion, and democracy and the rule of law. If for make sure say waiting they go preach outside now the international world and they make sure say that one day they happen in your own country.
So City, if at all.
All right. Well, we try to get back the National Publicity Secretary for the All People's Congress, CDI at Tunis, where be the states then concern, where they put yesterday in a press release, where they issue out concerning a statement where the newly elected chairman for the Salon People's Party, when Sir Jimmy Batilo Songa be make during the handing over ceremony na the party office this Saturday. Earlier, we played the statement of Sir Jimmy Batilo Songa and the APC, where na the main opposition been pull a press release, states then concerned and say they're not glad with this particular statement. And now then they demand say His Excellency the President, Dr. Julius Maada for come out, make a statement for reassure them, say they're not going to use state institution there, especially the security services, for political suppression.
All right. So we don't get City back on the phone. And City, before you the left, we now finally, this call way on the make on the president for make this statement. If at all on not hearing from the president, what in this go mean for the APC?
Well, I mean, the party go meet, and of course, we go strategize how they move forward. But, you know, we the hope say the president will address that issue there, especially the role we get now as an international statesman. They get the responsibility for ensure say one, peace continue for prevail, not only in Sierra Leone, but at the region, democracy for continue for prevail. So, of course, we they call on her for come out and condemn waiting in chairman say, and also give a statement of assurance to the people of this country. But we are, as I always say, we are a responsible party. We go always strategize as to what we next steps could be within the framework of democracy and the rule of law.
All right. Many thanks for the update today. All right. Well, that's now today at Tunis, where we talk for sake of the press release where the All People's Congress APC party poll yesterday. Outside and is concerned for sake of statements them where the chairman for the SLPP, where na Jimmy Batilo Songa be make during them party in handing over ceremony where they may get over the weekend. Outside, according to the APC, the one for the president will come out and talk as a leader for the SLPP for second statements and the way in chairman make na the party office against the APC. Well, we will continue to follow this issue, and as we tell you now, today we can look at the issue we get for do with education and the WAEC. We know say pull the results of the 2025 WASSCE, and plenty concerns come from picking them. We say they not see the results because WAEC hold over 13,000 of the results here, and also from waiting come out we then look at English. Now one of the subjects them we get the worst performance in recent time. Waiting at the reason for all of them here, and that's what they can discuss because they don't say we don't deal with the issue we get for do with the free quality education, and if results they come out from a national exam, also we see the performance of picking them on English, especially when I compose the subjects and we for pass if you want for going to any university. We look at the issues here. Waiting this means to the education sector. Now that's what they discussed this morning.
All right, so we continue with the breakfast show as we tell on today. We look at different issues. Them we don't look at the issue between the SLPP and the APC. As we see yesterday, they issue out a press release. Outside and say they get concerned, but the statements where the newly elected SLPP chairman be making at the party office on Saturday, where don't hear from CDI at Tunis, where they move now to the concern we get for do with the alleged massive failure, where plenty people and believe say for the past 3 years now, picking their way, they sit the WASSCE exam, not can perform well. Amidst the government's free quality education, where President Bill be introduced inside 2018, immediately where he been win the 2018 election. And if you been follow President Bill in New Direction Manifesto, free quality education na be a priority for in first 5 years na government. According to government, then say the free quality education are a success. Well, if this not a success, if we reflect on the picking them where they enjoy from this free quality education, but from that time they to now come rather don't they raise concern, but several things them about the education sector. And one of them concerned there na picking the way they take public exam. As we all see inside last week, the Minister of Basic and Senior Secondary Education, Conrad Saki, be announced the 2025 West African Senior Secondary School examination. And that exam day, it gets only 52% of over 148,000 candidates them way forget university requirements. Waiting this mean for the education sector, you go know about 13,000 of the overall results then say the WAEC hold them because of certain things the way WAEC Sevguka explained to we inside this edition of the breakfast show. And English now a major challenge. As we all know, English now one of the major requirements then for enter university. Well, in the studio one for welcome Bami Anthony, where now the Director of Communications from the Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary Education. We expect the National Publicity Secretary for WAEC for join me shortly. And we'll go talk to Mr. Mew, we don't be senior person na the saloon education sector. It don't hold several positions them na the Conference of Principals and other one them. Instead go can tell we waiting don't go wrong with the education sector. Also government miss some we make picking them the experience this kind of failure and challenge them, especially the one them where they can end up sees the results them. Good morning, Mr. Anthony.
Good morning, Khadija and Mabel. The way they only list here now, safe.
Well, these are the topic them we don't come out so far, especially from where you minister. Be use the state broadcaster for announce the 2025 WASSCE results. We don't hear plenty issues from the student them we take the results, the parents them, and self we don't hear other people and don't the whole conversation for no waiting exactly they go on with the senior secondary education, because now that's what they discussed this morning. When the results come back, we'll go look at the junior secondary education. Firstly, as a ministry, are impressed with the performance of the student then?
So to be honest with you, we examine them over the period, don't they get a bit of consistency. We don't they maintain pass rates over 50%, as you rightly put. This year we get 52% pass rate. We as a pass rate means that the one that will get credit, over 47,000 of them get credits. They can go tertiary institutions, teacher training programs. We get over 7,000. We get direct university undergraduate requirement with a midterm. We get schools them we get 100% pass rates across the country. For example, the school we can third self NICOM gets 173 candidates. They all get university requirements. We get a school in Akenema, we're in public schools. We also get 100% university requirements of the candidates then. So yes, I know say we get issues around English language. We no one shy away from them at all. But there are a few things we don't begin look at. We really did set up a committee for take a close look at the causative factors, what make English all the time. This is not just the first time. Even when we see to as English have problems. Problem na the country. English don't they get problem across Sierra Leone. But we want to really take it back and look at the issues. So one of the ways we don't decide for set up a conference. We say we get a stakeholders engagement in education. We really get for look at what in WAEC get for bring. We invite WAEC. My WAEC with the examiner's report on English. More can watch them back. What's wrong? Why make picking they fail all the time? But we know they watch no more as Ministry of Education. We they bring in expert kids then people who study English. We'll go like the Department of Linguistics na Fobe College and other universities there. Milton Magai, Chala University, EBK, Unimac, bring them together. We have to bring stakeholders then, with education, the principal them, the all English teacher them, where they teach senior secondary school, may they come back. May they listen to that conference. May can share there. We get people that will not they teach, will not in the educational system now, but an English teacher them. When they bring examiners who season, I hear you when they talk about Mr. Mew. May people can share their ideas together. Why? What is going wrong? What side the teacher that they miss them? So we get a conversation. But before that, we don't get some preliminary look at what thing we want to do. What thing we want to look at. We don't notice say in 2014-15, we get to go EGMA assessments where they check the mathematics and the literacy ability of picking them. So that's in the where they check class 4 picking them. Then they will read class 1 book. 2015. So they've been given a signal, say there was a set of generation at that time we get learning poverty. Now so the international benchmark put we. Say Sierra Leone they suffer from learning poverty. The learning poverty is that we're picking them at that level, they're not able, the simple arithmetic, they're able to solve. Grade 1 arithmetic, the one day class 4, enable solve them. And now them picking they don't reach SS3, so it was that batch. So we don't begin to look at an info. This is an education. They belong something. Okay, but that is one. We'll not conclude that it, but that is one. But also, we don't notice say some of the picking that we fail English, they not submit continuous assessment score for them. And we all know say continuous assessment score, they go for maximum 30% of the total grade where they get forget. So the exam skill where they mark na 70%. They already get a maximum. I'm not missing at 30% they already get, but a maximum of 30% to the continuous assessment. So some of these principles we fail for upload the continuous assessment for the picking them will be suspended last year. Because some do just one continuous assessment one. They don't do the second, they don't do the third. That means the picking they lost 20 grade already. So we suspended for 6 months last year without salary. We also don't go through the papers. We see say some still not even do the first one safe. So they make picking not write the exams. Some do the first one, but they don't do second and third. So we don't suspend the other set of principal them for 12 months without salary. We did start November 1st, just few days to November. So that is another set of things we don't notice. But we get a close conversation with WAEC chairperson. We therefore know why the results. More say that is just few, but what are the other additional reasons? So the chairperson share with we that in writing, this is not just in writing, say WAEC introduce a new program we call serialization. But the purpose there, for the serialization, now where you the sit exam, English language for example, the paper where they free tongue, slightly different from the one where they bow, slightly different from the one where they McKinney, for a reason. Because last year we see WAEC sees 35,000 results. They say because of collision. They picking them, get some WhatsApp group them way. I don't know how they can get away and forget through the phones into the exam hall. But they copy the same for English language letter writing. Now the same 30,000 picking they write. They are John. What is it they are John from the beginning to end? Now the same thing 30,000, 40,000 they write. So WAEC begin notice say this not issue where they need for correct. Otherwise it could stop the education system. And then will continue for the CC's results. So that is where one area where we notice because they take probably the picking the unawares, the candidate the unawares, they be done they submit answers to where the question or they. Because if me sit na free tongue and my brother sit na McKinney, not to the same paper I will get. So if me and then one WhatsApp group outside we get for copy the answers, we know say people then the outside where they get for doing for we and send and so we just a copy, we not even watch the questions. So what will happen from the preliminary report or the WAEC man they will go analyze them better? We notice the answers the way they give to question to provide the questions they know the question they did to free tongue. One of the McKinney paper na in the answer, but we not get the questions for that. So then they all tell on the results. But the stakeholders engagements, what we do, we really want to look at them problems and the way they make English language, not just WASSCE, as NPSC at Becker, we get problem with English language. Well, at university, we all can testify to we don't get some graduates them problems when it comes to English. So we want to achieve two things in that conference. One, we want to create a cluster of teachers, where we call community of practice. Whether they get WhatsApp group or they create some other IT ways and for that, we don't develop one through a partner, one app for the car they can talk about. One for create a situation where they're able to talk to themselves. Sometimes some English teacher they are very good at summary and comprehension. They sabi the techniques. They don't conquer. They don't solve problems with that. Some other man not they struggle with them, but it's a bit tenses very well. It's a bit teacher and the pedagogy of tenses. So English big, some man something like lexis and structure na master. So one forget then teacher that they forget. So they form what you call subject teacher association on English. So the teachers they will get related to themselves.
You don't say a lot of things around this issue we get for with the number of picking away pass. And the one that we get issues with English, where we see say the number they high instead of they reduce. Like you say, not to the first step this way, massive failures the day where it comes to the issue of
4.5%.
And one reason where if you go outside and ask people now go say when they hear about free quality education, that quality part of them, but they expect say for don't address some of the issues where they make where the picking and go sit exam, because this is an exam way then they sit in West Africa. Not so like now for salon number, but if we as a nation they boast of a free quality education, now one of the areas and then they expect say an impact for on the inside the past 7 years from the Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary Education. This particular instance Wadongi, also you think say the free quality education miss this whole issue we make say now we talk about massive failure per English we picking and go sit was.
So you see, education not to not to that event where they write we go. Naturally, education they build on itself. At times it can be roller coaster. It can be get up, it drop, they up. A lot of factors now human beings we they deal with. So not to machine you the bill one step to another, they do events done. This is a gradual process. So there is a huge improvement in pass rates. Look at you statistics. Go back before 2018, or use 2018 as a baseline. 2018, my brother, they had the pass rates for the entire exams for us now be 18%. Even when you say the result was so, now 52% pass rates we get. Right? So huge improvement there. The English show they speak so now with the 11.77%. In 2018, that'll be 4% pass rate. So improvement there. Another bench on that. A lot of investments don't go into education over the period of 7 years, I agree. But we don't discuss. There was a time in 2021 who get over 50% pass rate in English. Now that's in the way we get over 100,000 candidates who go university. So improvement be done the day. But like I say, roller coaster. We get a long-term and a short-term plan to this.
That improvement they slip by all of a sudden because you say then and they wanna be get a higher number of candidates them with the requirements for go university. Waiting una been do right, we una allow for slip by for le una day na this position now.
So that now the thing that they tell you about education, we get like a group, like a batch. Starting batch, then they will get solid foundation. And they can make them very well, even when they teach in a school. They see this teacher and MB, they teach English language. They picking they all pass English, but the other year they picking they fail English. You don't mean say the teacher not good though. Something go wrong, whether the kind picking them where you get, because it depends to the kind groom of picking them where you get. So a lot of in education, that's why they happen. We did fix the problems or the challenges as we go along. So where we talk about teaching, today will not be get internet connectivities. Now we don't get AIs. Then where they come, teacher the challenge your classroom. You don't teach the picking with for good, but where you go something as spy, it depend on spy. And the spy we don't go depend for spy. Something not to the, like I say, not to the question maybe they ask him. It begin just right because in company the right from WhatsApp. That not to the blame on the teacher, because the picking don't do extra things where the teacher not tell them. There are times now where they go to classroom as a teacher, they see the picking don't go study AI very well. Where they ask questions, then the teacher said they struggle. So education don't change. It's dynamic right now. The teachers they get challenges. They therefore set up a few things again. We want for out an app where the app picking them. We don't develop the app, and we call a master class. This master class now a partner Bangba Ode, now they do they partner with we. We want for add on to the learning passport. The learning passport already gets what we call the past papers and the pre-test of the past papers and the objectives. But one for now add to one where they self-assess the picking. If they ask you for write a letter, for example, you don't write a letter, they mark the letter in just few seconds, the letter writing. If you know say you're strong in letter writing, they take you to the other topic. Sometimes this time they take you to comprehension. If you're also good at comprehension, they take you to other topic for making just a way of giving you tougher exercises. But if me not good at letter writing, when at the first assignment you give me I score poorly, they give me another exercise in letter writing where they teach me the steps of how to write letter writing until I score a certain grade. If I not score that certain grade and then move from letter writing, they continue for teach me what I need for improve on. So we don't work on that app and we get for really launch them very soon for ensure the picking they use exercises. Because not all man they learn the same. Some picking they get very clever. They don't sabi letter writing, they sabi here for write essays, sabi here for do few things. They need a better challenge. So Naime could don't really do all in development there. We go get them right. Trust me.
Continue for the program by me. Or they can out to WAEC where na them gets most of the questions this morning, and we get Salu M. Kamara in the acting head of public affairs from WAEC. Good morning, Salu.
Good morning, Liberty. Good morning, Sierra Leoneans.
All right, about 13,000 results them. Na them una withhold. What are some of the reason for this action by WAEC for withhold this huge amount of results?
Thank you very much for that question there. Then one thing I can always tell Sierra Leoneans, say for conduct exams and release results na in a WAEC the mandate. Then the issue of withheld cases, wherein we hold the results and later we investigate, present the result, and then a committee, not the part of our mandate. And we say not the wish for that one day. So it can come we not easy for we avoid, because despite the massive sensitization who they do, even though they go on conduct, who even they tell school authorities as well as candidates there, but na reason way common, so you're not go able. So now they na extra burden where they don't put per week. But when you look at this number, although when I say huge, like when my brother don't talk, we don't withhold or withheld results then at this country over 30,000. But this year we talk about less than 13,000, 12,000 some. So at least it's like a step don't begin waiting self way we don't take away the number don't they reduce. And some school authorities then back don't they aware say, oh, this not to the right direction. So the results there, of course, the other Tewakaya account flyers and posters them, wherein we list all the offenses them where candidates not for commits and the penalty them against the offenses that they, and we make sure say we exam they start the principle of them senior schools then they even Becker level they do them, Boyana was. Then they display the posters, them na visible areas where in the candidate they come, you read, and what they do with sensitization program, where they invite even the candidate to give you the flyers. Where you say they read, say, hey, I not for good phone, I not for couch paper, I not for do this for the exams. But with all that, when the conduct reach, you go na then center, then they let you see waiting, picking, and they do, and some of the school authority they waiting and they do. So this not what we wish. Now extra burden. Now the code don't release results, so just they think for conduct private was. But now we get for investigate. Then result then they will don't withhold. And later we get for invite the committee, because WAEC not get mandate for council or see then results then they. So now make way then they pull, then they just see withheld. Because we not get that mandate there. So now the educational stakeholders, the way they come, comprise seasoned educationists in this country, where you get university representative, then even the conference of principals of secondary school, then where they teach them picking and get representative. So then result there, they present them one after the other with the case the way they allege say the candidate and commit.
So waiting at some of them cases there. So
now they talk to some man they go with phone, some man they go with I call them paper. You see, some man they go with even the textbook where you they catch out. So more of phone cases than Kimboku. Some man they just doing write up a piece of paper. So some man in type and me go to. So all them cases there. Then again, of course, this AI, then the collusion. We are in the same thing and they write. Some people and they can ask you, but if not the same teacher teach them. Of course, if the same teacher teach you now, I'm not going able back write the same thing and I make the same mistakes them. But then writing and the way somebody scratch a program, you self go, you scratch program. Where you miss is, you self go, you miss it. If not the sentence they miss self, everybody they miss them. You start from even the north, you go the south, they see all them thing and they. So therefore, now some of them cases there. But not that nothing we then self no, they know like what I tell you now. Then get the poster, then get the flyers, then who they distribute. Then from there, then just decide for ignore.
So anybody will be the expecting results. We not see them up till now, you go for go check, but then say withheld. Fall within either of them categories and the way you just talked about so?
Yes, majority of them. But we get about 20 schools where the minister announced, then they suppress them because of payment of supervision and invigilation. Not to examination fees, or because we get concern from private school them. We come, then they are be doing other program back with, and they say sometimes the private school and not be pay for the beginning and then pay. But some schools then we then commit high offenses of examination malpractice. So the committee they take decision for de-recognize them school then they say WAEC no dey conduct, if you na center, WAEC no dey conduct exams, they no dey host WAEC exams dey. So therefore you picking them, then they transfer them to other school. So that inconvenience we don't take, we WAEC they struggle for go find other centers. The supervisors, the way they supervise them picking, and the invigilators, the way they invigilate them picking, and the committee they tell you say you the school authority until now na commit this, now una they pay for them people and they. So therefore some of them results they are now make then they under suppression. Yes.
The categories of the one they wanna withheld. So then why are we doing a suppression?
Mhm.
Why not the picking for bear the burden of when the school administration commit? We they not get nothing for do with that.
But the school nine get the picking them and they don't inform them before ever the exams they begin. So therefore, we then did recognize you. They don't write you that letter day. Then tell you say you get for pay this until you pay before then release you picking them result. The principal or the school now you get the picking them. So therefore, why not they go say we don't release result, we begin collect. So now when you want your result, you they pay them from there we release.
Saliu,
Yes.
one go dey wonder say the problem there wey they explain it not been too common in na public exams them. Not so that it not been there, but it not been too common. Like how they explain and so previous year on withheld about 30,000 results. This year we talk about 13,000. We mean say the problem then still remain. Waiting una don't able for find out say now the causes of the problem there. You just make mention of national plagiarism. You say you dey find out one paper, the same thing you're picking within a western area, the right? The same thing you're picking in at the south or the east go right. Waiting at the major problem una don't able for discover.
The major problem we dey na the education system, especially we where they conduct exams. If we as stakeholders decide today say this for stop, if we're able to stop from the candidates them. But waiting at the major problem now, we lack right now na integrity on the conduct of exams. We the stakeholders that we concerned. Because let's assume you get a class of 35 picking them. You tin up na the front of the class for invigilate them picking them there. And then picking and they don't tell you say before ever you they enter na the class. Search the picking there, make sure say nobody not go with material where they don't want them for go with. So if you search them picking and they thoroughly they picking and they take the exam, and of course the sitting accommodation a day. Where it be say picking not go able to compare with in colleague. Even if you see you as invigilator, if you're able to raise down, they say, hey, stop that. If you all deviate then thing then they
Apart from the comparison, most of them they say the questions then they leak. They pick and they get access to the questions them before the day where the paper they come out. So we make several times when I can cancel some of them paper there. The question now is how them pick here they get access to some of them papers there. Waiting on our investigations don't find out. Other fingers they point at.
This now the general assumption we they go out with. Say the question then, but me they tell you say question not the leak. We get this age of technology. We don't prove them. They go now the conduct. Two steps right now. Then WhatsApp forum then they way they advert now. Say for 2020 so from entries now then they start. So therefore, what you don't find out, we get with question paper that we get the same thing. So let's take for example English language. They're able to snap the first page. We get all the instruction. Then change them from 2025 to 2026. Technology they do it now. So by right now, then take any kind of question and begin saying. When you open the paper, the picking one time now they call them, let some man they tell you waiting, then they that net with them they say we don't get this, then we then go now the exams all waiting, then they go see. Una go they tell them, okay, let's assume say some of them thing, but if you allow the picking for let a right on Ion, why you know they seize results for that way the picking right on Ion. But when you aid for let the picking right, then now the collusion day. If what you cram, let's say you get some people and they even guess. Despite you not seeing nothing, they guess with questions the way they go see at the exam. So if you don't cram, you write what you cram. Why not get problem with that one day? But when you aid somebody, then from there they see the reality, like where they say you make mistakes, the same mistakes, the same this. Obviously, you know, in a collusion. So until we, the stakeholders that we involved, agree, say, the picking them for take the exams on their own, then from the way somebody gets A1 for that person.
Saying una the stakeholder, then the problem to some of the issues that we
Of course, I make I say integrity 9 lakh. Integrity 9 lakh. And not to one.
Sense. Is it the examiners, them, or the one that are the schools, or the parents, them? Who that's them? Which category of stakeholders they refer to?
We all really conduct exam when as stakeholders. Everybody gets your own responsibility. What are we own responsibility? Follow we develop the test and go with the paper so that the candidate then for able to get them paper then they and sit the exam. So you as supervisor and invigilator, you self your own role now for make sure say you monitor them paper then they let the candidates not spy, you not go with phone and you not do anything with the exams they against. Of course, ministry them back there, then self they go on monitoring. But at the same time, we not get for the all the center there. So therefore, you as invigilator, you they constant with the picking them. So the problem there.
All right, Sally, you continue for the weeks at the program. Let we just go on the phone and get Sylvester Mew, we now once a chairman for the Association of Retired Principals and also a be chief examiner and member na the West African Examination Council. We go on the phone for get Mr. Mew for a reform as person where we don't work with principals them as also one of the stakeholders them at the education sector. Like you say, everybody gets a role for play, and according to you, the integrity we not there in the education system, especially with the stakeholders them. Now one big problem. Good morning, Mr. Mew, and welcome to the breakfast show.
Thank you for inviting me to the program.
All right. I don't know if you don't follow the conversation, but we look this morning in the education sector and they discuss the 2025 results where WAEC be done pull for the one that we been sit was as we talk about the number of picking them we fail English and also the one we get for do it. This continuous withholding of results where WAEC can do anytime when results come on, you go here say WAEC hold result because picking them involve a malpractice and some other crimes them more than can say them commit. Firstly, you're not person where they on the education sector. You they part of the stakeholders them na the education sector. We just don't hear it from Sally where come out now WAEC, and one of the problem where it feels say na thing where they give issues to them thing away with the talk about na una when are the stakeholders them na the education sector. What do you make up of that particular talk the way Sally just talk say una integrity we get for do with education and not seem for the way make we get problems with the system. What do you make up of that as a stakeholder?
I think it's quite correct. Integrity not there, particularly with the teachers, the way they teach the beginning now. Formerly, we take teaching as a vocation, God work. But the teachers they will get now money they want. They want to be a rich man even the next day. I be asked somebody the other day, I say, waiting now teacher then I get. They say, no, not get teacher then now cheater they will get. They say that they will be cheats now, they no money now. And one of the problems when we observe, we get plenty teacher then within our school, we're not there on the payroll. And when they're not there on the payroll, some school then at 300 or 350, then they give them 1 month done. That money not even do for make them even pay transport to and from school all the time. So these are some of the problems we get. We not get teachers there with integrity. Then even some of the examiners really go mark the paper now. They don't get integrity. Then when what?
All right. What they try forget.
They want money at all costs. You go to some schools, them anyway they convene and conduct exam. Then they go, then they take the exam to the last floor, so that by the time they come, can change all kinds of them. Then some people then they go take exam. The teacher they will supervise the exam. The teacher they will supervise the exam. Then they ask the kid every morning when they come for giving money. They sit up for the supervisor and all that they will involved in the exams. The teachers they now know they teach. Formerly will be the teach. We will get notes of lesson. you get scheme of work. We will get workshop or discuss various parts then at the syllabus. For the new teacher, they don't get no interest per year, the interest na money. Then the free education with government is good. The number of candidates that we will get in school now don't increase. And if it don't increase, they mean say they need more teachers there. So we need quality teachers in the education sector as they are doing for develop. It's very, very embarrassing. 2023, we get 17,000 results where they withhold. Right now, on the same quantity of results they don't withhold. So how we would they or develop the education system?
Mr. Mew, some of the issues there always you don't highlight, they're not new. Year in, year out, we don't they outside the ministry, they come out, they highlight some of these issues, and also we don't they from WAEC, they come out, they highlight some of the issues there. As somebody will get wealth of experience in terms of the education sector, you don't be a teacher for a very long time, even the 10 them way when I be they consider say the education system been better. What are some of the things then where you feel say una as stakeholders them for do now for reduce this level of corruption where you just highlight so where you say they happen at the education sector, we're responsible for all of the issues there what they discussed this morning?
Number one, the Ministry of Education, the Conference of Principals, they get for step up. The Ministry of Education for make them do an investigation or run a workshop or set up a body where for look into examination malpractice. They will advertise, they will look at the thing, give their own opinion, and at the same time, then they will circulate and at school, it will change the education system. The Conference of Principals, they get a lot for do. Where we be chairman Conference of Principals, I be the one workshop for various subject areas. Science, then they meet now girl school, arts, then they meet, languages, then they meet, all different schools and they come together with the different subjects, then we discuss them. So if you can at that kind of workshop, a topic where something you don't understand, you will go and share the experience with another person will help you. Take, for example, what we do business methods. One topic where plenty people not be led. Now filing and indexing. Now they not like a lot of teach me, but people don't let me teach. But me, I don't have a sabi pass mark. So whenever I go to program, then they call me Mr. Mina, you go explain to me about filing and indexing. We need for step up. The Conference of Principals need for step up. The Ministry of Education for form committee where for look into these problems when they happen at school. But may they not be party when they sit one committee. We seasoned people, preferably people who don't be principal or don't hold certain position in our Conference of Principals. People that will not be chief examiner, we get wealth of experience in other countries now, West Africa, then they will help for me to strengthen Sierra Leone. When maybe they're not IFAC, the body they look for examination malpractice. Sierra Leone are one of the countries we get the least examination malpractice. But for 2023, when we see that 17,000, then they invite me in a workshop in a city hall for discuss their issue, really pathetic. And the things that they go bad. Picking they know they take their work seriously. If you read the kind of comments they read, once I get money at the pass, then they know good. So government, Ministry of Education, Conference of Principals, make me set up committee for looking into them today speedily. Because WASSCE exam, na international exam, a very embarrassing way of country will go. And I remember they talk, they will say almost result they don't be told now.
Mr. Mew, you don't be teacher for a very long time, and Salone now one of the countries in West Africa where them be the rate very high where come in terms of education. Other neighboring countries like the Gambia, be they send them picking them for can get education from Sierra Leone. From whose term you think say the education system na salon poil?
I think the last 8 to 10 years, now the education system begin for them. But it was every year. The last 10 years, now the education system begin for. But it was every year. Every year now the thing they go worse. And if we not take its measures them, even when we get to paper them, picking them in some countries, they don't take out. If you observe now, even some colleges, even when people go do results, now they call for entrance examination. So for showing say people accept, don't they become very discouraged about examination malpractice. Then WAEC also and the principals them. Therefore it shows say only seasoned people them then they call for go mark exam. When we be principal now we get secondary school, one teacher they insist say in the don't get form for sign because they get form the principal for sign the form say he recommend them. I say because of the money business where you don't begin to take now they begin the hand and not go sign it form. Now I say if family now they go ensure say they get because I family they get the form. But when they go now they tell us say once you don't go move for Mr. Mew, we'll not get nothing for you. So we really get for step up on the quality of the people them where we go do. Then my other observation with the quality exam, for who principal them, they know they participate in conduct of exams then. Then they go call teacher, they will not do on payroll, whether they go they see they go on operation, pay yourself. They go all out. Then you go to now some centers them, then they make food for the teachers there. When they can't conduct exam at that center there. So when they go make food for them, let me keep do bad. They know they talk nothing. And it affects the beginning. So the Ministry of Education will get for step up for ensure say we run a program or form a committee, an investigating committee on exam malpractice, withholding of results, waiting they happen at the education system. We need seasoned people. First step before you go work in the Ministry of Education as inspector, those days as they call them, you must have been a principal or vice principal, and if you don't care, you go all upline, you can't before you go sit on that position. But now all kind of people then they call it quality assurance. I mean because they work, I've been doing a course between a Uganda now they call Musazi. When you talk about quality, they are talking that when time pass, quality will remain. But now, it is not the same thing. We need to step up. Government get good idea when they say equality education. They don't have beginning for left, they're not in this school. But we need to step up and work out something for strengthening the reputation of Sierra Leone because the medical Athens of West Africa.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Mew, for that particular contribution, the way you make na the breakfast show this morning. And they come over directly to Bami because we don't listen to Sylvester Mew, where we all know say na person we don't say na the education sector, and you can't talk about education as alone. You don't make mention of Mr. Mew. From what you don't say, the free quality education, there is a big question mark on the issue of quality. But before we come for you respond to the issue gets for do with the quality and the free quality education based on the results them where they show. Let me just quickly watch and hear from students them where CTC WASSCE where results don't come out, we not get the results yet, as Mohammed Kamara been talked to them. And from there we will come to you for respond.
Our this year WASSCE results are nice because last year it be so horrible and F9 were plenty. This year and at D7 are the super English and at the plenty people they pass maths. Although me no know it's for me own, me they can pull me on now.
The government to assign the best results we shall ever get. As for me, we may see as me old time because the results very good, very fine. Well, I don't see about 5 resources there. The other one, he gets 7A. Then the balance, they get more passes, but I'm not able to remember what's what they get. But the result very good, really.
My observation, people will fail. And then Boku pass because one day when they come collect the results, then they pass and then go they happy. But one day when they cry, and then too much. So to be honest with you, people will fail. And then too much, according to my observation. That is what I see. There's one thing that I observed the past exam. Say when person goes to that side, they will collect up for another school, go to another side and sit there. That one, when the result come out, it will not be that easy because the way I see things, it will be difficult for them. So they don't go do all this manipulation, they don't go do all these things that we know right.
All right, welcome back. You still Iwaji Breakfast on Liberty Online TV. That's now voice of different students them where Mohammed Kamara been talked about. They come over to Bamilek have been said before we take that particular clip, Dave. We listen to Sylvester Mew. We don't see an education business now salon and like I've been saying, based on what you don't see, there is a big question on the area of quality when it comes to the free quality education. We just use this WASSCE result as a case study because now based on the performance of the picking them, you're gonna have quality there or not. You don't question the kind teacher them where they were not in a payroll, in a classrooms them. Some of them they even take money from picking them, the examiners them, they take money from picking them from the Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary Education. Now strange thing in this one where you hear this morning from Mr. Mew.
Okay. Mr. Mew, I respect him so much. My friend who make him talk and I know in contribution to education. We have good education first. Me and I be close people who they work on education radio. So I know him, I respect him. But I have to disagree with him in many areas where he make points on this morning. First of all, he said the education don't go up in the past 10 years, in the last 10 years. I want to say Mr. Mew need to look at statistics. They need to look at data for inform the decisions and the position where they take, right? Within the last 7 years, we're in a huge part of the 10 years we call, we don't see tremendous progress in education at all levels, all. We not get curriculum we functional. Now we get a revived curriculum way they around. We now we don't begin get the allegories materials of literacy and numeracy we supply to the picking them. We don't get a huge number of turnout in school we mentioned, but the awareness self on education, the parents are concerned, the media are concerned in education. This is the highest term ever we happen. Now we scrutinize WAEC, we bring WAEC for contracts, they not be happen. When they announce results, it don't done. Now we don't know what to make the series results, how whose kind of manipulations happening. The exposure in education is high. But go to the performances of the Peking at primary school. We don't get 81% pass rate in primary school. Within the periods of 7 years, we don't get 81% pass rate. It be 74%. Now, we go to Becker. We don't get 96% pass rate. Always be the linger around 64% pass rate. Now we get 96% pass rate. Today they say after Becker na Bele, but now Becker now you get fine results. WASSCE, we don't want to get people where they get 70% pass rate in this country. The highest we ever see na 2018, na 18% pass rate. The time we sit WASSCE, we I don't sit WASSCE past 20 years. The time we sit WASSCE. Now 4.5% of we pass WASSCE, 4.5%. So things have changed. More we accept this. We don't need for doing with gut feelings. Let the data they show, but more go into the quality of teachers.
People like Mr. Mew, they in touch with reality.
Agree. Mr. talk reality.
Where they na the ministry. Hoping say na the information una they get una go put out. This person don't be teacher for many years. He know the issues as he outlined.
Khadija, that word we say within the ministry and we know they in touch with reality. Sad. We in fact we na the hands-on officers. Mr. Mew be the teach very well. Na be a very good administrator. I expect that one day. But Mr. Mew for also realize he ties the change. Things they change. And we get forget young people where they come in. They criticize young people in the classroom. Yes, I agree, say we get integrity issues. Now we don't intensify the teacher code of conduct and we get professional standards development. But also we now get young graduates them where they teach in the classroom than ever before. You go to classroom, not see a young man team up. He is a degree holder in education in most of the times. And then they teach. Today, we not get young people, they opt for going to classroom. He also the talk say we don't get Boko teacher in the classrooms. I mean, on payroll, we not get pink. We agree. Say we get a lot of teachers we not there on pink code on payroll in the classroom. But this na the highest number of teachers ever will get 37,000 where they on payroll than ever before in the past 10 years. So there are a lot of indicators we don't upward trajectory rather than thinking that the thing they come down. Even when the result, they say the results bad, but it is 52% passing.
What do you see?
And I make me into, I say we get consistency, although we get some roller coaster, but we don't get consistency in how the picking they perform. The candidate perform across all levels, NPSE, Becker, and WASSCE. So, Mr. Me also get to understand, say, in this day and age, we got quite a lot of challenges where they in the education sector will not be there. We not be get social media in the days of Mr. Mew in teaching. We not be get what we call AI in the Mr. Mew the days where they teach. We not be get smartphones. But so these are things that we don't come into the education system. We don't shake a few things where the old school days not able to adopt and adapt them easily.
So disadvantage to the education sector na salon?
Na challenge across the world. Across the world, AI is a challenge. If you go to university, the lecturers and the way they supervise dissertation and thesis, they tell you, say they write up the way they see from dissertation and thesis. Where you ask the students, enable explain. Because these are challenges in education. So we get for grasp the realities and not continue for stay in that long-term thing we know they exist with the realities right now. So if they talk about young inspectors of schools, they say these are people we know not to old principal. The thing that we need now, we need professionals, I agree, but we also need young and vibrant people where they go to far to reach areas them because of radical inclusion, where they ride on bikes on 50 miles, they go check, where they get mobile libraries, na the Hondas, the bikes for go. So we really need people where can move, and all these people where they recruit na the school quality assurance officers are all graduates and they have been teachers before.
You don't think so the continuous complaint where teachers and they complain for their welfare and other condition of service? Now another whole issue where they unbog the education system, especially when it comes on public exam. You hear from Mr. Mew, he say at this point, you go hear picking say, answer get money at the pass.
So there was a time in this country, I want to specifically say the time we me didn't teach, where you sit in the left na house, people they brag say I can left na house get worse. But guess what? We don't institute a very strong mechanism at the Ministry of Education since 2018. Anybody where they go sit to us, will they verify the list? Will they check if you're in school going picking? Will they check if you don't pass Becker before? Will they check a lot of things? This one we don't so you see when I talk about 35,000 absentees na the last exams. This one way the forecap now so 2026 exams. We don't discover 124,000 duplication on the list then where the principal they don't give away. So if Mr. B they talk about integrity, now that be ones for make a focus on. Right? Because we rely on the school principals them for supply give the candidates them for verification. So we'll get the go ahead for use the WAEC portal and upload the continuous assessment score one.
So
where we check that one day.
The issues the way they continue, it clearly shows say all of these systems where they explain so I don't put in place, you know they work in our favor.
So if we can discover 124,000 duplication before we get approval for me to go to WAEC for upload, is that not the system working? The system is working. The point is, we get a group of people, not all, we get very diligent principals, right? We get very diligent teachers, but we get a group of well, me and manager was people we just bent say we are going to make money by all costs in this system. So that they find ways for manipulate, that they find ways for inject. What did they happen? But me Anthony, I go try. I know say I'm not doing the school system. I know say me I don't see it was and the law say I know for receipt was government was when a government they pay for me. If I go private was, will not get 210 receipts again. So I they go Albert Academy. I go try for me they take me. I pay 2 million day for me they put me name. They go don't take me name. I know see yeah I don't set because I get money. They go back now. One other government school model for go try if they go take me. I put my name there, but I'm not sure. I go try na Rokel. So by the time I don't do so, I don't do out to 5-6 school them, hoping that one must take me. Fortunately, they all can't take me. Right? They all play their own part, the principal, and all man play their own part individually where they don't know. They don't take me. But our government get for pay for me. On the day of the exams, now only one by me Anthony they show up. Now one part of school and day. So government get for enough for pay for all the other 5 people, 5 by me Anthony, but in actual fact, now one by me Anthony they sit. So what did happen? Now absenteeism they show up. And we were able to discover that before the 2026 examination. Hadn't been with mechanism, it was going to be a problem. So Abedefi say, Mr. Miu has experience as he is, for they think about how he go talk to the colleague principals them. In a senior principal, he don't serve na the CPSS chairman. How you go engage in colleagues for imbibe integrity? I think that's what they do. The other time, we they are where they talk about one woman where they 48 or 40 something year we go write exams. Where we check, we probe for check how it gets in way into the exam hall. We notice in a man Becker results now use for apply so for make it go through. No, I don't know. Me not to WAEC Kade. Me not to WAEC Kade, but I know say they know say manipulations take place. So how you they go use this na integrity on the part of the principal them? How you they use man results for submit for woman for go write exams? That means say you self the principal don't consent say you ready for crook the system. So these are the things that this way they happen in the education system. It's not that everybody cook, but we get some few principles them we just say they make money from the system. But the system is not rotten. The system is okay, and the picking they do very well. We get clever students.
But if the system not rotten, why year in year out, then same problem they come up?
So this now the awareness where they talk about now education. Everybody want for me picking book right now. Some parents then they buy a smartphone for the picking only 1 week to the exams. Because them back one be part of the system, the cow Sally they see every stakeholder involved. Some parents then they give the picking money every day because the picking and tell and say the vigilator say for get 20 millions or 40 millions for every paper all they see, and they are giving them. Then they go. Some parents they buy smartphone for the picking only because they get enough data because the picking and CD phone is very important to know the answer they get for camp, and they are doing it. Some teachers and the supervisors they sneak the picking inside with phones because they get the 50,000. It's working. So this is not the individual aspect of it, but if you come to the credibility of the exams, the conduct of the exams, it's okay, right? When somebody when they say. Because people talk about quality. You check the picking and where they get A's. This picking them good. You go check. I listen to the interviews of a girl where Jallo, this Mariam Jallo, where come first. Where I listen to that interview and also this candidate deserve this result. There are people. Say we get up to 47,000 people will get 5 credits and above. 47,000. And over 20,000, 25,000 na public school they come out. So the things are happening from Kenema, from Kailao, that they get 5 credits, 6 credits.
But at the same side, they raise concerns, say then seize results them because they all the rights, the same things there.
No, I tell you, say there is collision in the system long term before. So one of the things that we they introduce serialization for that means say for the CAWIT, not your pilot phase, not your first subject they use. For the use paper and a friton way different from the exam paper and a McKinney and Boo. Now for see if that collision whether they talk, it they really work. And then notice say they work because they provide answers for questions we know exist in the question paper. So that's responsible for the failures. But if we for fix the system, we all for come together. The teacher, the principal, the parents, they picking themselves. The mentality for change in this country. We don't take too much money for put before the job. We don't take too much money for make everything happen. We say money can solve everything. And somebody can get the highest of master's degrees, but he not get the acumen, he not get what he take for defending degrees. That's the problem in this country because everybody want to get to the degree.
All right, Salu, when they come back to you, aside the result they will now withhold, another concern we don't come up again. Now, outside some picking go sit, for example, maths, where in results come up, they get mark for maths. Before that, they get mark for a subject, so even take. What think can bring some of them problem there?
Well, this now.
I'm sure you're aware of the
No,
there.
I'm not aware. One thing we they talk, I think somebody we don't raise we will meet up over and own be there. I be say I want to see the exhibit. When candidates know the city, they tell you say the seat. We know they able know who that absent na class. And some of them candidates there, the issue where I be don't talk about on this examination malpractice. Sometimes you they see it tell you say no they sit. Otherwise you they see paper for we not based on the paper. Now I make that and the way I be the raise now one doctor. Let it just that and the way they go find out when we see the evidence of that candidate, they will say not sit that subject, then they get the results. Then from the inside we believe now. You see, so we get everything about the candidate. Hence, not this year, we get everything about you. So if you make any allegation, say sit math, then math come for you. No. Then one thing again, we at the talk about this replacement where the principal do. This passwords where them be they talk say over how many thousands of candidates WAEC omits. Some candidates then the way then take where they be don't submit continuous assessment for 10 candidates. Now, if Mariama Sise na the candidate, they don't go take Aissatou Sise. So until Aissatou Sise na commercial, then Mariama Sise we then submit in subject then na science. So if Mariama can replace Aissatou Sise, wait till we get now with system, that science subject na in the camp.
Let me couldn't stop the replacement, sir.
If they get me. So that's Mariama they go see then they tell you no write your name no more come. Even that with scannable, we na pre-printed name then they did. In name not good, then tell you no, write your name with pencil. Then they do the correction. Why can't they do then correction? And they. So for the mere fact that commercial subjects na in the camp. So if Mariam not appear at all for them commercial subject, then the result they come as absent.
So you agree with Mr. Miwe say for the past 8 to 10 years, then the education system done for them?
Yes, to some extent, you they agree with Mr. Miwe. One thing is, which he always maybe they look at as an individual. We may they look at the issue of integrity, we say the stress always, not to the number of passes them we they get now. Before, of course, we they get sometimes them 10-15% of candidate the way they pass, where they get university requirement. But the quality of the passes, then na me concern of.
But the ministry no agree with that particular statement. So
as me as an individual, so I start my statement. The quality of the, of course, we get good students now.
If we for pass this stage as a country and revive back that name will be guessed as the Athens of West Africa, what do you feel say una the stakeholders them supposed for do at this point? Because Mr. Miwe don't raise question of honesty, integrity, and self the way the ministry they select certain people way for sidom na certain committees.
Well, now that's not the issues them. Then the foundation for the we glad the way the ministry don't introduce this new curriculum, but waiting at the problem we for start from the cradle aspect, that primary level. We are in, then for put them some subject then they way for teach about moral, certain things the way picking up for do. It starting from that primary. So that when you get that foundation there, when you go to JSS secondary school, now you go no say, I not for do this. Even if somebody they can now say, no, take this and change this. You go no now say, from primary, they don't tell me say examination malpractice, I not for do them. But when you look at even that primary level, picking them then now we they tell them parents then say for they go to 2,000 leons. So that the invigilator they one sad scenario we don't happen, we don't witness. Invigilator the way show picking say number this na A, the picking say uncle this is not correct. We me check na B. So primary picking then thing and day. So if we not get that foundational level, of course the integrity me and not go side them out. If that principle where they supervise not get integrity, that invigilator where the invigilate not get integrity. Even if we conduct thousands of exams now for because now then they say couch phone, give me 1,000 leon for let you use your phone.
So the one the way when I don't withhold for this particular results we come out, how long gonna go for hold them?
No, within the very shortest time, because we are aware say some they don't apply are waiting and universities have they wait for their results there. Within the very shortest, perhaps this month where they come November, the committee they meet and decide on their case then they.
All right, many thanks, Sally. Will you join me this morning? Quickly, Bami Anthony, before we go. Salone as a country, they struggle with a crisis right now where you go through various media platforms, they don't raise awareness and talk about and consistently. We don't them, they say, then they give them picking in Kushner school. We get the Minister of Information now, so on Monday, we testify say in picking and get kush na both school. We don't hear other people that will come out and testify openly say them picking and they get access to kush and other drug related substance from the school. As a ministry, una worried about that?
Yeah. Before I talk about kush, I want to clarify a few things with Salio. I make it very clearly that our educational system is at the upper trajectory with data informed. But I also became worried where the integrity keeper, the credibility keeper of we certificates them, WAEC, they say the educational system don't go down, so that the quality low compared to the one that will get 15% and the person the quality high. That is a very serious indictment to WAEC. Because if we feel say WAEC is the integrity keeper and the credibility safe for we exams, and then they say it don't count down, then we want to know how they mark the papers for quality. I'm very concerned about that, so we'll get some bilateral conversation. All right.
But let me say.
So
we just
the statement we I say as an individual,
you know they talk
the
as
number
an individual.
of passes, now the quality of passes.
So how is the quality in the passes of the number we will get? So that's the concern.
What we they receive now with the mark, not the
Clear.
certificate at the chalkboard. Now the conduct itself. So not to the number for say we get 100% passes. Not to that the quality they even if somebody not two people and pass, if the quality it did it. If not 100 back pass, if the quality it did it. Now general statement I make, it not mean say I say we get good students there. But when you look at the conduct itself, now then I your own issue. So not to waiting they come, you see now this paper, this candidate writes neatly. You can't mark them, you say the candidate get A. So if the A the candidate gets, let we make sure say the A come off from the candidate. It's simple.
We go talk down the
yes.
It's unfortunate that we talk about kush. My own big sister, direct big sister, one mama, one daddy, big sister, in Peking they take kush. So sad. When they call me, they ask me, how will you help him? They talk to me every day. They go school, they smoke kush. So as a ministry, we also they take with time because two things. One, we don't want to criminalize young people because taking drugs is a criminal offense. But we don't want to criminalize young people. But also as a ministry, we want to make sure say, scatter among the other picking they were innocent. We know they take them. So we don't decide for engage on a few things. One forget a school-to-school visitation and sensitization. We they use the media, we they carry back, we can talk about what now strategies them and how will they talk about the effects of using drugs or taking drugs. But we don't decide for engage all the school authorities them, the principals and head teachers, for make them revisit that list of them market women then where they can go sell and they market them. Because we don't say even they market women, they can sell kush. Now so we don't understand. So one for me they revisit that list and take only people them where they really genuinely know say they're not gonna be part of and make undertaking on their behalf. Not one way we don't decide for do. Then we get for they make frequent visit now to the school. But we're not going to do all this by ourselves. We don't decide for liaise with the Sierra Leone police. Right? We don't discuss with the internal affairs minister, the minister and they at that level of conversation. For see how we're able to make some surprise visits to them school and do some search. So we will get them bad boys out and get, because they must get, if they get in possession, we will know. So these are the few things, strategies we don't put in place. But a concerted effort. If we want for really effect cushion, a concerted effort. And I agree with you to a large extent that I need to begin from the leadership. It can be the political leadership, the administrative leadership then at the school. Some principle and the way that team up talk na devotion. If you dey smoke cushion, if you not create partner that gets. We want for really instill that kind of leadership into the one that we not get for imbibe and for make sure say that they not creep into the education system. Because if you creep into the education system, is na doom we go there. Because we will get the most clever person in the class, they become useless and states we saw because of Kush. And they plead to political leadership, administrative leadership across Sierra Leone, at every strata, that we take this very seriously.
All right.
My sister they cry because in Peking, in one great boy Peking, there's more Kush. It's very sad.
All right, many thanks, Bami. We join we and also Salu. Ona join we this morning for analyze the 2025 WASSCE result, where the Minister of Basic and Senior Secondary Education, Conrad Sakibi, announced last week about 13,000 students them WAEC withheld the results them. But you don't hear from Salu. Within the shortest possible time, the committee they meet and make a decision on the results there. So then they will come back to the public and announce what will be the decision. Well, now this edition of the Breakfast Show go left you for today. Many thanks to we production team, Aisha Mansari and Samuel Thomas, Musa Saokoma. We make this edition of the Breakfast Show meet you today. Mina Khadija Bangura, they say continue for Watch Liberty TV throughout the day. We'll get very interesting content of public interest they will produce for now. Have a good day.
All right. Until we meet again, may welcome a good day and goodbye.
Mina Yvonne Akisoya, Mayor of Freetown, and I want Rob Mott Lilibit for this proposed plan for divide Freetown into 3 cities. The reason why government give, they're saying that because of development, they're saying that because of improving service delivery. I can tell you up front, any city where they, who side we not plan the use of land, you not get land use planning, who side building permits, they're not effective, it go mean to say access will be a problem. And outside access not a problem, you will get challenged with disaster, you will get challenged with emergency access, you will get challenged with sanitation. And let me watch for we self the reality of waiting 45% of we city actually fever.
Me 3 grand picking there with me picking in wealth in mama. They're all not dying at this water crisis because people block the place where the water come, just can't flush the hose. Then 4 die.
People just they build all side. So even this community what this place them when an access wood where vehicle for come. As soon as you the kind side, so you not be access wood. If incidents happen now, vehicle one kind side, ambulance one kind side. Now this community for can collect, let's just say emergency. I wanna feel say that the ambulance go cancel. They will pass them to and can go na the main line.
You see, we start to map here. Motoka no de kaya, bike no de kaya, possible bike de kaya. We try to cool themselves. This clean salon business. For kind size, you need enter. Pass we take the dirty them. Go to an outer side. So don't build at the place.
You see? Then dirty the other way, the community people, then they pull from and where they see small rain, where then they twin and then drainage jar. Now then they wash now the streets where we can see. You know, I feel like one time where rain come by Kisi Road, where at the pass, rain come, I see a huge dirty in the middle of the street. You know, where because of people don't get that ideology and that mindset, they say where rain come, then garbage, they only forgot to run a gutter, let water wash them. And forget say now the city then the dirty. You know, I feel I'm for the council people on that day because them don't work that morning day. Then where rain come, then come back and can't sweep.
All this are because of planning all day. All man they do so better. Guys, you can go inside, forget the dirty them. For care and go na do. Some people are not get choice, so you go give them clean, so you clean, so you go left for people and do what's there.
Because they don't say Freetown City Council, holy solely, they're facing a council they do road, they're facing a council they give building permit, let people and build a road, let people and block us and access road where people want to car for pass or guys for kind side, for collect people and dot. Not to mayor they in charge of giving building permits. Not to mayor they in charge of making road. We get the SLRSA, we get the Ministry of Lands, when are they in charge of issue those things to people where you know they do them thing and they. If law and order no dey, all man they go do no more what he wants. Whose side salon they go?
Freetown City Council not give up. We still move forward with we new sanitation bylaw, and we really expect to see continued improvements because we don't make improvements. Dividing the city, the situation go worse because the Lily money we for go towards service delivery will now go for run the operating cost of 2 additional councils. So let we not fix the wrong problem. The problem we need for fix, now the problem of service delivery. Dividing Freetown, we not get for fix now and then.
Council Salon also every decision they touch the life of plenty people. One program they bring the voice of the people to the heart of politics.
This na politics and the people. The program where they give the power to the people, explain the truth, and bring the leader them close to the citizen them.
Real discussion, real voice them, real impact. Join the debate and make them hear your voice.
Every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Now you platform where they turn up for the truth and civil engagement. Only on Liberty Online TV.
Let me talk about politics. Let me talk about people.
Term them like this, where politics they shape with future, career they define we path them, and the economy they touch everybody in life.
Big thank you to
one program where they ask the hard question them and seamlessly bring the answer them close to you, face to face with the movers and shakers, the voice them will matter, the issue them will count. One time per week, one big name, one big issue, one-on-one on Liberty Online TV. Every Friday, 8 to 9 p.m. with Khadija Bangura. One-on-one, only on Liberty Online TV.
You are watching Liberty Breakfast Show on Liberty Online TV.